everyone. So hi to all of you guys who are tuning in. If clearly we're live. I wanted to come live was because I had such a great experience in mediation with this family that I really wanted to share that a little bit, because I feel like a lot of the times the content that I'm talking about is like what the law is and what the rules are and what would happen in court. And I don't always talk about the creative solutions that people come up with outside of that situation. So I never know as a mediator what I'm walking into. I mean, occasionally people will have sent me like their petition and answer, like the basic stuff, so that I know that it's a divorce or a paternity case or a modification, but I otherwise don't ever really know, which I think is part of the fun of mediation. Like I walk in the morning and don't necessarily know what I'm going to be doing all day. And I also don't always know who I'm going to have in the room, right? Like what their personality is going to be like, the disposition, like is it going to be super tense? Are they going to be amicable? Like I just don't ever know. When there are lawyers there, you know, I know a lot of the lawyers, so I can kind of know what to expect with particular lawyers coming in. So in this particular mediation, the wife did not have a lawyer, which we say is pro se, and the dad did have a lawyer. And I knew the dad's lawyer. He's a great lawyer and a very reasonable lawyer. And so I thought, well, this is going to be an interesting day. And it was in person, which I have not had an in-person mediation since before COVID. No, that's not true. I had one other one with this same lawyer, but other than that, I haven't been in person. So when I was there to start the mediation, I opened the door and the mom and the dad and his mom and the lawyer are all standing in my waiting room, and they have this teeny cute little baby with them. And I was kind of trying to assess what the dynamics were, and mom was like not having it. Like her mood and attitude was very clear, like, get me out of this situation. So I quickly moved her with me to my office and chatted with her for a few minutes, and then went in to speak with the other side. And what I got from mom really was like, she was hurt. She, was annoyed and tired and stressed and has a newborn and all of those kinds of things. And I also got that, she was kind of afraid because this is a teeny baby, and I related a lot to that because I have kids that are no longer teeny babies at all, but I can remember those feelings when you had a newborn. And then I got in the room with dad, and I was really surprised that he was as open as he was, and I expected him to be super angry because he hasn't seen the baby in a little while, but this was his first time meeting the baby since the baby had left the hospital, and it was in my office. So I was able to actually like physically bring him his baby in, and like he wasn't resentful or angry. He just was happy to spend time with his baby, and the entire day was such a focus on like moving forward and not what had happened in the past. And in this particular situation, they were able to do creative things that would not have happened in court. The mom would have been extraordinarily disappointed about what would have likely happened if this had been in court and if he had had a different attorney. And I don't think that this family would have benefited from that. I don't think the baby would have benefited from that. And I was super grateful and very appreciative that dad's attorney took the approach of like, what can we do for this family to help them move forward as a family? Because even if they're not together, even if they're getting a divorce, they have a newborn baby. They've got a very long time to have a relationship with one another. And we were able to talk through a lot of those things and set some ground rules and boundaries up and like have a plan to move forward. And in court, it would have just turned out so much more simplistic and less tailored to their specific needs. And it reminded me, it was one of those days where I'm like so grateful for this job, and there's these pieces of this job that I absolutely love. And like last week, we had the big success in court and got the dad reunified with his kids. And this week, this comes around. It's a little quieter way to have success, but nonetheless, it is success. So thanks for tuning in with me, you guys.